something. Shh. We shouldn't be talking about this.
Welcome back to episode number 24 of We Shouldn't Be Talking About This. And this week we're just starting off with our weeks, our days, our lives. Come get to know us a little bit.
Come, take a seat. Come to
at our table.
Corner. Yes. Yes. Anyhow, weeks. This week's been decent, I'd say. Last weekend, amazing. Sunday, beautiful. I sat outside the entire day trying to get a little tan going. You can probably.
And as you see, she didn't get any tan because she can't tan.
That hit me.
I don't see nothing.
She just burns.
Actually, thank you very much.
I'm still darker than you.
So I did a little genetic test, and I actually have the trait of tanning more than burning. So
you have
wait.
Very much. Wait.
Can we just back it up? You did a genetics test.
Back up. You did a genetics test on yourself?
Didn't I tell you guys this?
No.
Yeah, I got like the.
You sent your DNA,
and
it's a self kit. I don't trust
I'm
those
kidding.
Things.
Yes, I did. I submitted it. There's no self kit, you dummy.
I'm sure there's something. Anyways,
Bro,
you sent your DNA.
What they're gonna do with it?
Government?
It's not the government. It's just like this free research thing, and I'm like, if it's free, why not?
It goes to the government.
I don't care,
They're doing research on it.
As far as I'm concerned, they have
my
face from Apple. They have my fingerprint.
But not your DNA. Yeah. They can clone you now.
Bro, I leave my DNA everywhere I go. All they have to do is just have someone grab a cup from a restaurant
and pick you up after you, bro.
I also don't think I'm that important to be like, wow, we finally have her DNA.
But
she finally caved.
Perfect reason to clone you.
It doesn't matter.
Why would anyone want to clone me? Let's just be honest. Let's break.
They don't care about who you are. They don't care about who you are. They just want to make it successful.
But why would I be? I mean, honestly, that's cool. If I'm the successful one.
Not you. Your clone. It's not you judging. It's your clone. Not getting any.
They're gonna pay me for it. I mean,
they're not. You gave your DNA
to them. Back to the other part.
Anyhow,
you're not gonna get paid for it. That's the issue.
Yes.
You're gonna end up like Henrietta Lacks. Bro.
I found out that
you can tan, but you don't. You burn. I guess that gene just wasn't expressed, bro. Also,
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
It was methylated.
4, 5, 6.
I don't think that gene was.
Oh yeah, you can't see that on here, can you? That's what I thought.
Wait, what? You say what?
Say Okay. So anyhow, another trait of mine I found out that actually kind of has been a blessing and a curse. Has been, and I feel like I've kind of known this. I just haven't thought much of it. Is that I have a higher metabolism for caffeine, and so now I have allotted myself from 1 cup of coffee in the morning to 2.
Yo, I'm sorry. They know what gene tells you if you metabolize caffeine.
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
But why?
All of us in our family can.
Caffeine does nothing.
Drink way too much caffeine and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
I feel like it happens. I feel like you get the most out of caffeine though, Jasmine.
Yeah,
I know, but I think it's just something mental. It's the placebo effect.
I'm not so sure how this DNA test seems to be 0 for 2 right now.
Yeah.
No, it's really not though, because I'll drink coffee and then on my way to work, I'll be I'm ready for a nap. Honestly, it's
but do you later get
that gives me energy for the day.
Ugh, you're an extrovert.
Facts. Such an extrovert. It's insane. little miss, what did you say that one time? Oh my gosh. Okay, so there was this one time we were out with friends. We had this was back in high school, so yeah, we had like a little sleepover or whatever at someone's house, and then like the next morning we all went out for breakfast and whatnot, and like we wanted to spend the rest of the next day together. And you were like, no, my social battery's just drained, I need to go home. And I'm like, bruh, what is that?
Real.
A social battery?
Yes,
That's not a thing. Girl,
yes,
I can go. Hop from one place to the next. Let's go.
Congratulations. But introverts are not that way. I need to like have my own space before I can go back out with people. There's only my close inner circle of people do I get like somewhat energy from. Like I could hang out with them longer.
But you still need to like be like, I need a break.
Why are you looking at me like that, Sully?
Who?
You guys.
Oh,
my boyfriend.
Ebony. I would hope so.
Ebony's are Scrooge.
Be a little awkward if like you're tired of your boyfriend. You're like, no, my social battery's drained from being.
Yeah, that'd be awkward. But
it's kind of funny though because we have an extrovert, we have an introvert, and then I'm an omnivert. So
yeah, ambivert.
We kind of have ambivert. Oh
yeah.
We have.
Does it depend on the situation then for you, Sully?
Yeah, more so.
Okay, is it situation or is it people? Like
both.
Okay.
Because it's like, and I think it also just depends on how long. Because I think it's like, I can survive being an extrovert a lot longer than an introvert can. But then like, I still feel my social battery's done for. But it just happens later on.
Yeah, you know? It's real, Jatrin.
Okay.
And it's like, I can understand the need for like human interaction and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like an extrovert, but I don't like need it as bad as an extrovert does.
Yeah.
See, I don't have that necessarily. Exactly. Like I'm chill being by myself days on end. Like it would not bother me.
For me, I'm chill with that too, just because like I get exhausted from the week.
No, I'm not talking about the weekend. Like I'm talking about I could go on a retreat to like a fully stocked cabin, preferably maybe not out in the middle of the woods, so that in case a murderer comes out there, like at least someone will know I'm there.
That's a white person thing.
But like where no one else is, and I would be fine being there for like a week or two. I'd just read, crochet. I would be all by myself. I'd be chill.
I'd be chill with that because that's like a vacation. It's like just
by yourself. You can't talk to anyone though. Can't text. Can't
text.
Yeah.
I get social exhaustion from texting, bro. Sometimes people text me and I'm like, I don't have the energy to respond right now. Like you can. Huh. It's a little more of an extreme exhaustion then, but it does happen.
Oh, fam. I feel like I'll get put in like random situations where like I'll be in a room with strangers and all of a sudden I'll just start talking with everybody. And like eventually we'll all have a conversation. Like it's also like you never know what you're gonna learn. Like it's all like these like unique things. I don't know. You just come out with so many more stories too. It's like it's pretty chill. We need a little. I need to get you a little sign that like lights up and it's like on
He's making a cameo.
He is making a cameo. But that's okay. Anyhow, so I don't totally get it. Like the other day, took Scooter to the dog park.
Never used.
And everyone, he was like
a picture of him.
Oh, that's very lovely. Who drew that or who painted that?
Ian did.
I did.
Yes.
Looks totally just like me.
Oh,
definitely! Wow, he's making a full cameo. Dang.
get to show them a
What?
picture.
I already just did.
Oh, you did, but you didn't do it like.
He didn't even want to wait for like a
Side by
guest
side.
appearance.
Yeah,
Like
I
this is
know.
an
actual
soft
person
Okay,
mod.
he
How
wants a
is that
side by
hard mod?
side.
What's happening?
Wow, that's
Wow.
actually not
This
too
is
bad.
really good. See?
That's actually pretty good.
I love how the football's floating midair, though.
I know.
I didn't
Magic.
know where else to put it. His hands
his
are already
hand?
down at his side, so it just felt
You
weird
could
to
just be
throw a
holding it at
football
his
down.
side.
Yeah.
You gotta show them the one time.
Normal thing.
No, that one could say off air. Okay.
All right, thank you. By the way, too, that kid is good to go.
Okay. Anyways, we were talking about energy. Yes.
Yeah, and Jasmine was saying how she doesn't understand that, and how you don't understand talking to random people and whatever in a room.
Random people's
But
chill.
yeah.
Like it just makes you feel like more ease with like us, like especially like if you're like okay, like if you're somewhere where like you don't know anybody or anything like that, like it just kind of puts you at ease. Just like even just saying hi, like oh hey, like whatever. Like,
See, this is where I can
it
understand
makes you
both.
feel more at place. Like okay, so like example, like as I was saying before, he came in.
I don't need it. Okay, you can tell our audience an example.
Yeah,
I've seen examples of you.
Right. But like okay, so I was at the dog park, right? It was a new dog park, hadn't gone to before, and Scooter's running around and everyone that like looks at him is like, "Oh, what a pretty Doberman." And like the first time I heard that, I looked at them and I'm like, "Don't ever get a Doberman." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's mine. Don't ever get one." And like they're too smart and they have too much energy and la la la. And they're like, "Oh," and then we just like got into talking and whatnot. And then like the same thing happened. And like then I felt a little more at ease. And then there was someone else whose like dog was like running around with his. And I'm like, "Oh, is that your dog?" And like, you know, you just like talk and strike up conversations. Or like there was these other two dogs that were playing together. And I'm like, "Are they both yours?" And she's like, "No, only one of them is. I don't know who the other ones is." And I'm like, "Oh, funny. They look like they're best friends." And like we just got to talking from there. And like, I don't know. I mean, like it just really makes you feel more at ease in the environment you're in, especially when you don't know anybody. Like
Nah, see, that is weird. That goes against natural instinct, bro. Why are you talking to people you don't know?
So here's my thing
because
on
they're
that.
all dog parents.
Okay, but here's my thing.
I'm
It's
sure
like,
plenty
I
of
don't know what
murderers
kind
been
of
dog
dog
parents,
park
too.
you're going to. But, like the ones that we've gone to, there's like a track. Like you walk.
Yeah, this one, okay, this
miles.
one, obviously, like, I'm in Minneapolis, so, like, there's no, like, track with miles around. It's, like, right down by the Mississippi, and it's, like, this, like, huge stretch of, like, fenced-in area, and, like, the dogs can just, like, run up and down. It's just, like, this little park area.
Yeah, no, you see, I would be the one sitting at a bench reading a book, watching a movie or something.
No, because
looking up every few minutes.
Doberman, I'm always scared he's going to get kidnapped. Dog napped? Dog napped. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Then why are you bringing him to the dog park?
And he is too sweet to like try and bite somebody, and so I have to watch him.
And then that is one of those situations that I wouldn't like. I just wouldn't interact with people. Like the only time I do that is when it's like a closed environment. Like if I'm in a classroom setting or like something that's closed like that, or if you're in like an office space, then yeah, I'm gonna get to know the people around me, because that is awkward because it's only you guys, and then like what, like everybody's just sitting there on their phone. Yeah, no, that's weird. I'd rather just introduce myself and be like, "Oh hey, like what's up? What are you guys doing here?" Whatever and whatnot. But I don't understand that. That's too much. Or random people who just like go up to people in a grocery store and it's like, you don't know them. Why are you talking to them?
It's just being friendly.
Yeah, that's weird.
Just being nice.
It's a little too nice.
No, because here's my thing. Is I think all you extroverts think, I'm going to do what I want to do. And it's annoying because it's like, you have no consideration for the other person then. Because what if they're an introvert?
Exactly. They don't want to talk to you.
And now you're just imposing onto their personal space. What if they were having a great day? What if they were really enjoying the fact that nobody's come up to them that day? They had their headphones on, whatever and whatnot. They're just doing
obviously,
their
if
thing.
someone has their headphones on, that's like
No,
a clear bad.
it's not.
Okay,
because there are
it
people.
is, because I do the same thing when I like, especially when I go grocery shopping. I don't want to talk to anybody, and so I'll put my headphones in, and I'll purposely like put my hair up so you can see them. And I'm like, I try, especially Costco, because they always have those people like standing at like the T-Mobile area or like at like a little desk, and they're like, "Hi, do you have time to talk about for whatever today?" And I'm like, "Bro, no, I don't." And I just keep walking, and like, but then like I get to the checkout, and then I'll take them out because like those people are usually nice, and I'm like,
You don't use self-checkout?
No. I use the people. And like they'll scan my stuff, and while they're scanning my stuff, I'll like
Costco. Their self checkout is a person checking.
It's a person,
like,
yeah.
It makes no sense, bro.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
it's like because like they like still have someone stand
Not
there.
here,
And, like,
at least.
Costco self checkout is genuinely a self checkout.
Yeah, I mean, there's someone standing watching, but that's like same at Target and stuff. Yeah, no, you go
Nah,
and check out your
fam.
own stuff.
Nah, fam.
No,
Oh, that's right. It is.
Like, they
That's
have-
probably
they
because
have
it's like
standing
it's
there.
it's fancier. It's a little bit of a richer.
See, in my head, it would be like we don't need
other
to
way
because
around,
it's a richer area, so we're less likely concerned about people stealing. Whereas,
Okay,
like
but the
in some other
Costco is,
areas,
like-
you'd be like, we need to monitor everything.
Okay, but think where that Costco is located. It's located in a suburb that's probably draws more wealthy individuals, but it's also on the border of a suburb that
I guess.
quite the opposite.
I guess.
I mean, I suppose
So-
you need a Costco card to get in.
You do.
Yeah,
Also, I
no,
hate when they start
to get
scanning
in
the
that way,
card.
but you can go into the food court for free.
Yes, you can. But
I
you can't
mean,
go anywhere
yeah,
else.
but you still have to check out with a Costco card,
You do.
and you can't leave if you have an item without a receipt.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it. Maybe they just
Yeah,
got too many people that they hired or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's possible.
That's okay.
But-
More people employed.
Yep.
But there are people, Judgerin, may not be you, but there are people who don't care if you got hit. I've literally gone on a walk with my beats on. You clear as day. I can't even hear you. And people try to stop and talk to you. And I literally have to go, huh? And then they keep talking to you. And then sit there and talk to me for 5 minutes. And I'm like, can I go? Can I go about my day? I was enjoying a great peaceful walk.
The extroverts out there, I am sorry. I cannot guarantee that this will not happen again. As sometimes so it's like the reverse for us though. Okay, so like you're sitting there like I don't want anyone to talk to me, and then like they're out on a walk alone, and they're like I'm feeling a little lonely. I would love to just be able to say hi to someone and like just have a quick conversation because like it literally boosts our day. Like it literally
a walk is
energy.
not the place to
it's
do
almost,
it.
Oh my
though.
god, it's almost like you're our battery chargers. Like we steal the energy from your loneliness.
Yeah, that's how it
pull
feels,
it,
bro.
pull it out
That's
as
how
we
it
socialize
feels.
with you.
And then I no longer have any battery
And then, like,
energy,
we
and
have
I gotta
more
go home and
energy
take a
and
nap
we
or
just get
something.
drained.
Nah, that's not, you want to go talk to someone? Go to an extrovert meetup or something. Please, how about you guys literally just
that's, like,
schedule
too much
extroverted
sometimes.
meetups so y'all can go meet up and extrovert
But
yourselves
no,
out.
okay, because it's like it's like
Great.
the yin yang effect, right? Like you have to have a
No,
balance.
you don't need that.
Like
you don't need
yes,
that.
you do. I mean, like obviously, like it does work if like there's two very talkative people together. But then at the same time, if like one of them's too talkative or something like that, then like just does not work. Like I've worked with someone like that, and I'm like, are you gonna ever let me get a sentence in?
And how you know how other people feel around you?
Sorry.
That's how introverts feel, though. Like, genuinely, an extrovert person starts talking to me, and pretty much the entire time I'm just like, Or they'll start having they'll start, like, trying to ask questions about something going on in their life or something, and then you go, interesting, and then they'll just continue their own conversation among. They don't even want to talk to you. They just need something to talk at.
And it's like they feel less awkward if it's a human that they're talking.
Right.
At. It's like
go home and talk to a wall. I don't care.
Literally talking to a wall, a pet, or something.
Here's the thing. Okay, and I guarantee you, it's like this for other people, especially extroverts. Is we talk to ourselves. I definitely talk to myself.
Yeah,
all the time.
People do that.
It makes me feel better when there's a dog sitting next to me, because then I can just be like, yeah, I'm talking to you. And I can just like look at them, like, oh, should I do this? And like they like look at me and like tilt their head, and I'm like, thanks for that. Yeah, I should. Or whatever. But like I'll even do this at work, where like I'll start talking to myself, and I'll be verbally out loud. And some people like look at me like, oh, are you talking to me? Like, no, but like, hey, do you want like? And then I'll like ask, like talk with them. But like, I don't know, like, okay, and obviously, clearly, I'm pretty chatty today. But like, I feel like it was kind of like that from the moment I got up this morning, because like I got into work and all of a sudden I was just blah 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 blah. I went. There are some people at work who are just like not morning people or very introverted, and I just sit there and I just yap at them, and they just go about doing their thing, and I just sit there. Yep.
I'm not a morning person. I
get some cues and signals of like when I need to wrap it up and shut up, because they're kind of like getting exhausted with all this now, and then I can like walk away and go yap with someone else.
Is once that's outwardly expressed, the feeling of that on the inside is about 10 times worse.
There. Yeah, it's been there.
Like once
like, usually it's probably
on the outside, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm trying so hard to hide it, but I can't anymore.
Like, you just being nice, and then you're eventually like, bro, I can't anymore. Like, stop. Like, I'm not a morning person. I hate when people come up to me early in the morning and they just start chatting away, and they're all, oh my gosh, like, that's super totally happy and everything, and I'm like,
yeah, like I walk through the door and everyone who walks in, I'm like, good morning, happy whatever. Like, especially on Thursdays, my favorite thing is saying like, happy Friday Eve.
Nah, that would make me want to karate chop your throat so hard.
Oh my gosh, no. And then like I do like this whole thing, like when I have to like go call patients back, and I like will like yell their name, even like 5 of them out there, and I'm like, hi, good morning, how's it going? And like half of them will still be in pajamas, and they're like, it's early. And in my head though, I'm thinking, I'm like, it wouldn't be so darn early if y'all didn't schedule appointments this early. Like, we all could be
but they probably also have to go to work.
Yeah,
in their pajamas. But yes, I'm aware. Anyhow,
changing their cars.
But yes, I'm definitely a morning. Just, I don't know, happy-go-lucky.
Or they're a mom or a dad, and a stay-at-home mom or dad, and they have to get their kids to school on time, or whatever it is.
Yeah, or they work from home.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I hate those kind of people. Well, okay, I don't hate the people. I hate they like.
Don't like how they.
What?
To think this all stemmed from a genetics test is crazy.
Yo, I know.
I don't know.
Was there anything else you found out on that genetics test?
Oh yeah.
I could just pull it up real quick if y'all just give me like a minute.
Yeah, please give me your DNA sequence.
Yes, I will read it verbatim. It might take a few hours, but
it took years,
days, years, a long time.
I can just talk really.
Your whole lifetime. In the meantime, Tegan can touch base. Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I was going to comment about DNA testing. I know people think it's such a cool thing, but they're not accurate.
No.
Specifically when you're testing for like
I take it all with like a grain of salt. Like like the ancestry and stuff like that. I'm like, eh.
Like but people are like, I'm 13% this. Like no,
like I'm like
that's not how it works. Because what they do is they literally take your DNA and they take like chunks of it that they've associated with certain ethnic groups, and they say how much of it do you have in your DNA. But the thing is if you come from parents who are multiracial, which a lot of people are at this point, now, even if you're like fully white, your parents didn't come like they're not fully just like German or just like English, British, whatever, like they've got mixtures of stuff in them. And so you're going to get different level, like you just get a random 50% from your parents. And so Like if someone's half black, half white, that random 50% could be like, I'm trying to think of, okay, so if you get 50%, so 50, you could get like 30% black, 20% white from that one parent. It's not exactly half and half. And that's why the DNA thingy is not completely accurate. It should tell you what your ancestry consists of for the most part. Again, probably not super accurate, especially they get real detailed on it. Like they go down to like the different types of East and whatever Asian groups and stuff, and it's just like,
yeah.
although they kind of stay a little more segregated there, don't they? So maybe that's a little more accurate. I feel like they do. I feel like even here in the U.S.
I mean, they do, but
it wasn't meant to be a racist. Is that racist?
It's also a cultural thing, though, too.
Yeah, no, that's their own cultural thing. That's their own. I wasn't judging. Would you say, Sully?
Nothing worth repeating.
I said keeping the bloodline pure.
Oh.
Nothing worth repeating.
I mean, but like just from my own experience,
hey man,
like,
it's the history of America too. So
yeah, but that's just kind of
yes.
That's just kind of like, for example, there was a patient last week who was Laotian, and like she was talking about her whole family, and they're all like Laotian and everything, and she's
Isn't it Laotian? No.
I don't know. It's
anyways,
Laos. It's
Laos. She's ethnically Laos. I don't know. Anyways, and she's like born here in the US and like very much kind of culturally like more in the American culture, I would say. But even like she's dating someone who's Laos. So it's very much, that's just part of their culture, which I'm not judging. That's totally fine. I'm just saying they tend to be like, you've seen videos of people who like are like, I don't know why I got DNA tested because I'm pretty sure I'm 100% this, and their DNA comes back and they're like 100% Southeast Asian or something. It's like it just be like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Were you gonna tell us the rest of your DNA?
I was. So here's my traits. So they separate into like traits, ancestry, and then like health. So like any like predispositions you might have, like cancers and whatnot.
Ooh, tell me about those, because we probably should know those.
So I told you about the caffeine, and then it says like there's like this one for like endurance versus power. And I don't know. It just says that like I'm likely to have a mix of fast and slow twitch muscles.
Oh,
so
but everyone has a mix of fast and slow twitch muscles.
But I guess like some people are more likely to have like the fast twitch, or more likely to have like slow twitch.
But okay, you're able to change that based on how you train. But yeah, okay.
Yes, and it does mention that kind of stuff. It's just like based off your genetics.
Okay, which you're more
predisposed to having. Yeah.
And yours just says a mix. It doesn't lean more one way or the other.
Mm-mm.
Mine better say power, because I ain't got no endurance.
That you could train, perhaps?
This one,
you're right. I could. I don't want to.
So sure about. Although, okay, so this one I would definitely say is totally wrong. Like in my childhood, but like as I get older, I feel like it's more right. And this other trait is that I'm less likely to have a sweet tooth. And I feel like now that's definitely the case, because like I'll eat some chocolate and I'm like, oh yeah, that was pretty sweet. I don't need much more. Like I feel like I don't eat too many sweets anymore like I used to.
Weren't you not just eating a pack of Oreos?
So no, I actually had 2 Tanglongs.
Oh, okay. Sorry. A different kind of cookie. My bad.
But no, but like, I don't know. I mean...
Well, I guess I didn't really know you in your childhood, but like, even from what I can remember, you weren't attached to sweets so much as just carbs.
That's true. I was very much of a
Which I think our family is a huge carb-heavy family. I would even say I think we all love our sweets, but I don't think we're like obsessed. Well, Sully might be the one exception on that one. But like,
I was about to say,
like me, I love my chocolate and I love chocolate desserts. But if it's not chocolate, I don't want it, and I don't like overly sweet things.
Okay, but do you ever just crave
I'm the
something
opposite.
sweet?
Like, I can't have too much chocolate.
Do you guys ever just need something sweet?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like every
and like
day.
I'll just like take
Wait,
like a cookie or something,
yeah,
and then
I
I'm
think
like
that's just
usually
'cause we're
okay.
habituated to it. See, this is where I get because we grew up and we had ice cream every night, right?
Every
so
night.
you're mentally like habituated to.
Plus, sugar's a drug.
I eat dinner, I eat ice cream. I eat dinner, I eat ice cream. So it's just like, oh, I ate dinner, sweet is
but
what
that's
comes
not
after
me
that.
anymore. Like I guess not. No, I don't always do that.
But if you had it in your house,
That's what you mean. Yes, yeah. Then like you're more like
it's a
likely
little
to keep that
different when
tendency
you're
going.
living on your own and you're not like professional level baker like Sully or something. And
yeah, or just have the patience to do anything. Yeah,
right.
So my next one is that I'm not likely to smell the aftermath of asparagus. So that
aftermath? Hold on.
Yes. So I guess like
what does that mean? Aftermath?
Like the way eggs have a smell afterward? Like asparagus has that?
When someone eats asparagus and then they poop it out or something? That
okay,
aftermath?
so like here. Okay, so here let me just read off the page. So it says ever had asparagus, then later visited the bathroom and thought, what in the world is that smell?
I was right.
Believe it or not, the strange odor that some people detect in like their urine after eating this otherwise tasty vegetable has been linked to a particular spot in your DNA. If you like asparagus, it's unlikely to stop you from eating it. It just means that you'll bring in a clothespin for your nose. I don't know when the next time you like to go to the bathroom. But anyhow,
interesting. Is that
like I'm less likely to have the gift, it says.
Is that just like, your nose doesn't work as well, or that you don't process asparagus the same way other people do?
I think it's probably like I don't detect like that kind of smell or something.
Okay, my nose.
But like the thing is, like for me, is like after I have coffee, I kind of like smell that. I don't know. Is that weird? Like I don't know. Is that weird?
In your pee?
Yeah.
You smell coffee in your pee.
I feel like I do. Maybe it's just.
I think you're crazy. Maybe you breathe out at the same time, and you're just like.
Maybe.
It's just such a strong smell. It's just like it's sitting up in your nose.
Yeah.
Still.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. So like then there's like the cilantro aversion, and I'm not likely to have it.
Yeah, none of us have that.
Yep, I'm well aware of that. And then there's another one.
I know.
For like bitter taste, and it's just that like I might taste some things more bitter than they actually are. So things that might already be a little bit better, I taste them as like being more bitter than most other people do. Yeah. So like it says for me that like broccoli would taste more bitter to me than it might for other people. Which makes
taste peppery to me.
Oh my gosh,
peppery. Okay, yeah.
It does. It's like sometimes it gets spicy and I'm like, what is this?
I don't think she said
it's like
spicy.
It's not like spicy. Okay, it's not like spicy like that, but it's like if you like if you like smell pepper and it kind of just like hits you
it's like up your nose.
Yeah, it's like that on my tongue. And it's super weird.
Makes your tongue need to sneeze.
Interesting.
How does that work?
Yeah. It's just kind of like that like tingle sensation and I'm like, ooh.
So more like a Sichuan pepper kind of thing, like a numbness to the tongue.
Yeah. Yes. I would say that. I don't know.
Are you allergic to broccoli?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Your tongue goes numb.
Oh.
Your tongue should go numb, bro.
Just like a numb, but like it does get a little tingly.
But it tingles.
It tingles. Interesting.
It's not spicy. Broccoli's not spicy though. So,
but it does have like a little like peppery taste to it.
But and then like when you have pineapple and it like starts to burn because it's so acidic.
Yeah. So well, it's not even that it's acidic. You know, it has like little crystals in there that like cut everything in your mouth. Yeah, that's why it does that. Isn't that crazy?
Well, pineapple's delicious. So
okay, if you are listening you can either pause, or I need you to remember, go to Google, look up pineapples under a microscope, and you will see the little shards that are literally in pineapple. And you'll be like, oh my God, that goes in my mouth when I eat that? Yes, it does. And it literally makes small cuts in your mouth.
I know you did not just lead that off with if you're listening. What else are the people doing, bro?
Maybe they zoned out.
Yes, they have
They
little
just-
noodles.
Okay, fair. So listen up. Prick your ears up.
So
But yeah, broccoli tastes peppery. Is that what it means by bitter then? I don't think pepper is bitter, so it's just like
okay. Let's see.
So maybe that one's not so true about you. You might have a weird reaction to broccoli though.
Yeah, I don't know. It just says like bitter compounds.
Can you guys see that?
Not well. Yeah, see?
That looks like gout.
Hard.
That looks like gout.
Interesting. I know that's what gout looks like.
Let me show you what gout looks like. You're gonna be like, yo, that looks like
well,
gout.
you guys do some research. I'm gonna keep going on my traits.
I'm not doing research.
So you know how like there's like the whole like Asian flush with drinking?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So obviously it says I'm not likely to have that, and I don't.
Have what?
Flush. Like there's certain people when they drink, like, yeah.
They call it the Asian.
This is the Asian flush.
I almost dropped my phone. This is gout.
What is gout?
Funny. It kind of looks like it. It looks a little
people
thicker.
Get like swollen toes. Usually it's like their big toe, and it's like the knuckle gets like swollen and it gets filled with like these crystal things. It's painful.
Maybe it's because I ate too much broccoli.
Pineapple.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this next one, I would definitely say is true, but due to circumstances of work, it leans a little less that way nowadays. But it says that I'm more likely to stay up late, which
is that's me.
Me too.
Yes, like always have been a night owl, like perfectly fine.
Remember when we used to stay up real late until there was basically nothing on TV anymore?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
habit,
so it just says that I'm more likely to be a night owl than like an early riser or anything like that. But I don't have like a strong association for a night owl. I just have like I'm more likely to be a night owl. Moving on. Delayed sleep.
Like boring.
So it says that I'm more likely to naturally fall asleep at a typical time.
They wrong about that one.
Honestly,
you fall asleep at 6 p.m. today.
So fast. If I'm tired, I can be out like that. Like it's insane.
Only took you like 8 minutes, if even.
Yeah, I don't even think if even. It was like I saw the text about I'll be ready in a minute.
You responded at 6:02.
Yeah, and then I'm like out. I was waiting for another text.
Me and Soljan got on and we were like, all right. And we were just sitting talking, and I think 15 minutes passed by and we were like, where's Jesse?
Yeah, I was the one who was like, I think she's sleeping. And Tina was like, ain't no way. And I was like, well, anyways, moving on.
So the next one is that it's based off my DNA. It isn't likely that I get it's giving me extra sleep. So here's what it says. So it's like sleep is a funny thing. We desperately need it, but stress, chores, and family duties can get in the way. For something that is so dependent on daily activities, it might surprise you to learn that DNA also plays a role. For some people, a specific genetic factor is actually correlated with how long they sleep. And then to determine if you're likely to sleep longer due to your DNA, they look at a specific trait or gene. And for me, it's not likely that I get extra sleep due to my DNA. So, yeah.
You can skip the boring ones.
Sorry, I didn't know that one was very boring. I'm not likely to snore during my sleep, which is true. I don't snore. I know
How would you know? I don't snore.
I don't snore. Eye color, likely brown.
What? No way.
Oh, here's another interesting one. It says my earwax type is likely wet, which is true, but I didn't know there was any other kind of earwax type. I guess there is. There's dry earwax.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it started out wet and then just dried
Shrek.
up.
Like, think of Shrek.
I
How you
guess.
can just pull out some nice
bro.
candle earwax.
But anyhow, I have wet
Some
earwax.
people, based on their genetics, don't produce earwax.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that interesting?
That's really interesting.
It's bad, but
weird,
also
though.
cool.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
I mean, it would be nice personally since you don't got to clean your ears out, but also
Yeah.
like nothing gets trapped then, and you don't like. You're
It's
probably
bad.
more likely to get
Sick.
yeah.
You ready for this
And
really
die.
interesting one? It says that I have an average likelihood of having freckles.
But you
Wow.
have none.
No, you do though. Which
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
do.
don't know
both
why.
And I have a few.
Yeah, I don't know why.
also, based off my
It must come
genetics,
from a
it's
mother.
likely that I am taller, which is true.
It is true. You're
Not
above the
average,
average
not
height.
short. I'm taller.
So technically, you're
Okay,
tall.
moving on.
Moving on to the one you've all been waiting for.
What?
I'm likely to get very tan. And now there
You
is
already
the
mentioned
We
ratio
it.
already went over
where
this.
no,
No,
I
we're not
just
talking about
can't
this again.
read this one to you because there's
You
like
really
the
don't,
likelihood to
because
get
it's not
sunburned, then
true.
moderately tan, and then more likely to tan than burn. I'm more likely to tan than burn. I
Well,
just need
they
you to
got
know
it
that.
not
wrong.
true about
But it
you.
is true because I will
It
burn the first
isn't
day and then it turns into a
true.
tan the next day.
No,
Like
it
that's how that works for
doesn't.
me. That's how that works for me.
We've all been on vacation with one another, and we can all testify that you burn.
We can testify.
Our mother gets darker than you, dog.
Sully is the one who I would say tans the best in our family. She just
What do you mean?
she's
Dad's
out in this. Dad doesn't. He tans. He tans. Why are you laughing? Dad tans, but I still think you tan better. Like Dad burns actually. He does. He's gotten sunburned before, multiple times, but that's irrelevant. Sully, you literally go out in the sun. You out there for like 30 minutes, and the next day you're 10 shades darker. What the heck?
Bro, it's insane.
Get it. I still remember we went to California like years ago, but we were out in the sun so much.
dark.
Or was it when we went to Panama? I can't remember which one it was. But you guys were so dark, bro. Like
Insane.
dark. That I was like, yo, no one's gonna some people are gonna think you're adopted or something.
Dark.
You were
It
dark.
was insane.
You were starting to rival Dad. I was like, oh. Calm down, please.
Yeah, I could never.
It's funnier.
Like I've never gotten that tan before. Like I
I'm
feel like
gonna
people
try.
have limits to how far they can tan, and then you start burning.
Yeah. Or your skin.
Like,
Yeah, like your
you
skin
just
starts peeling.
have you ever gotten a sunburn? I don't think you have you? Maybe once.
No, I feel like you have, like on your forehead, like during softball or something.
when you were young.
No.
No. When we were on
I think it
vacation.
was on my nose. It was like
or
right on the
your
bridge of my
cheeks or something.
nose.
But I only think it was like
My
one
cheeks
time or
right
something.
here. It was one
I feel like
time,
I
yeah.
do remember, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was when we went. Me, Mom, and Rosario went to Florida. I think it was then,
Oh, okay, yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the only time I've gotten like really bad sunburn was when I went to the Bahamas, and when I tell you there's not a single
Dude, I
tree
remember
for
that.
shade there, you're just sitting in the sun, and sun's coming from all directions too, bro. Like, and I forgot sunscreen, guys.
Bro, you actually got tan. I remember that.
No,
was like,
I know,
whoa.
and I was
buy
tan for a
it
long
from
time
the
after that too.
Store. You could have bought it from the airport.
You could have.
There's
Eh.
no excuse.
I'm fine. Look
Skin
at
cancer.
my face.
Couldn't get
It's
it.
chill.
Cancer, Tegan.
It's chill.
You're in medical
I'm
school.
chill.
Okay, moving on. What's next?
Okay, yeah.
What's next?
What's your
Anyhow, I don't
Let's
have
know your
predisposition?
health stuff.
Yeah.
predispositions. I don't have any.
Oh.
None?
I'm as healthy as a horse.
Guys, we're healthy people.
Oh no, me, my DNA.
Yeah.
I'm
DNA.
hoping that
This
it's
is
true
true.
for all of us. Okay,
Your
except
DNA
for I have eczema and I have vitiligo.
I don't have any.
And I have you have allergies though.
You do have allergies.
You have allergies, but I feel
I
like they're
have
not as
allergies.
present.
Get got latex.
Yeah, but it's very mild. Like I feel like the only time I really get a reaction is when I eat kiwi. Like,
You know, I always
kiwi
forget that
actually
that's a
tastes like
thing.
I'm eating like
Peanut allergies?
No, like
shards
that you're
of
more
glass.
likely to be allergic to some fruits when you have a latex allergy.
Oh yeah,
I always
because
forget that.
natural latex.
And vice versa.
It never made
You
sense.
used to eat
Kiwi
kiwi
was
all the
always like,
time.
I know, and it always hurt.
Why didn't you?
And it never made sense because
eating it.
I thought that's just how it was. I thought that's just like how it was for everybody. And then someone told me, and then I found out one day that like bananas weren't the only fruit that had latex in it. That kiwi did too. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, that's why they never tasted great. But I just ate them because everyone else loved them. I'm like, okay, yeah, they
Kiwis
must
are so good.
Like, everyone must like
They are
love how
delicious.
this like hurts their mouth.
I think like when they're like either not ripe enough or something, they do give more of that pineapple characteristic.
Soury,
When you eat a
yeah.
lot of them, then it does start to like be like, okay, yeah, I'm good now.
They're acidic, so yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was just like that off of bite one.
Yikes.
Oh, you should have stopped eating it.
How was I supposed to know? No one ever told. I never got like the list like, hey kid, you're allergic to latex. Like maybe if like these foods aren't like I was just like Band-Aids. Don't use a Band-Aid that says not like not latex free or something. And like don't be around latex paint and like that kind of stuff. Like balloons. Try not to be like in an enclosed space with a whole bunch of balloons. Like no one told me about fruit.
Or latex gloves.
But even still, if it was causing you pain, why are you still eating it?
I just ask for kiwis the most.
Thing. I just thought this was like
you used to always ask mom to get kiwis from Costco.
Yes,
all
because I
the
just
time.
thought because I just thought it was kind of like the pineapple. Like
you enjoyed the pain.
Like...
Yo, you need therapy.
So I'm in therapy. Let's make that a note for Miss Rachel next week. I think I see her next week. It's either next week or the week after. Guys, I'm getting better. We moved from every week to every other week to now every 3 weeks, bro. And then tell me why last session I'm like, maybe we should move back to every other week.
Be like that, bro.
But anyhow.
So you really had no health issue, nothing predisposition.
No,
it's kind of surprising.
I guess other than that, other than your allergies, you don't have anything.
No,
although me and you both had asthma when we were younger.
We did, but grew out of it.
That's crazy.
I can't say I grew out of it so much.
Imagine having asthma. Couldn't be me.
I know. Well, do you guys not remember that one time after softball when I literally you guys probably were asleep actually. Dad had to take me to the hospital because I was not breathing, bro. I mean, I was physically breathing, but I was wheezing. had to get a breathing treatment.
Let's talk about
I think I remember this.
Yeah. So that was like middle school, so I can't really say I grew out of it. And occasionally
maybe that's why you don't
I'm allergic to the cold. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine being allergic to the cold.
I know, it sucks, bro.
I feel like you're more like allergic to like extreme weather changes. Because isn't it when you go from cold to warm really quickly?
Yes, but that's how it works. Well, not always. If I'm out in the cold long enough, I'll get ice.
I see. So it's not like
it just takes
scuba divers that need decompression areas. I got you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be so scary? Imagine.
What? I'm not going scuba diving, so I'm not worried.
No, I know, but like imagine. Like that'd be scary. Like your life is on the line. Because nitrogen.
It's literally a question we get asked on our exams sometimes. And it's usually a person goes scuba diving and they get scared or nervous or something and they ascend too quickly. You're like, bro, you stupid. Like scuba diving 101.
But sometimes equipment malfunctions and stuff, and so they can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. You gotta go to your decompression chamber before you die. Sounds like it's out of a movie, but it's not. It's real life.
I don't know how he got. Oh, kiss my.
Imagine, bro, your blood literally boils. You know, like the saying, "You're making my blood boil."
Yeah,
They'd literally be able to say it.
but they can't.
Oh, they'd be dead. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh man.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Anyways, but going back to the allergy.
We did not find any
Yeah,
DNA
we
variants that would
believe you,
increase your risk for the
Jazzard.
three conditions.
Oh.
3 conditions?
Oh man.
That's
didn't read that
why.
one hard enough. But anyways, going back to cold allergy. They test cold allergies by literally putting an ice cube on you and seeing if you get a
Hives.
reaction.
Imagine being allergic to the cold. Couldn't be
have
me.
I'm self-diagnosed, but it is what it is, and there's no treatment for it, so I'm not going to a doctor for it.
Said then, what was it?
She say?
Would increase. We did not find any DNA variants that would increase your risk for 3 conditions covered by this test. Oh, it says
what
covered
3
by
conditions? Yeah, so it only tested you for 3 conditions. There could be other health conditions.
I thought there are more conditions that it tested for.
Well, it says 3.
I'll get back to y'all.
Doesn't seem
It's
so.
hereditary breast and ovarian cancer, Lynch syndrome,
Okay, so
and
that's for
then
BRCA.
familial
Okay.
hypercholesterolemia.
Okay, so you're unlikely to have BRCA
High
mutations
cholesterol.
and Lynch because you're not white. High cholesterol you probably could have had,
Yeah.
but since dad doesn't have it, mom doesn't have it, we're unlikely to have it. Like it would manifest in them. So
Manifest
destiny.
that's not what I meant by that, but okay. That was fascinating.
Yeah, now that we've finally somewhat covered your week.
I'm also 0.7% Jewish, just so everybody knows.
No, you're not, Ginger. You're not, but it's okay.
No, it's actually, I'm 0.7% Jewish. Don't knock my Judaism.
And I'm sure if me and Suljan had the same test done, hers could read 0% and mine could read 1.
No, it's definitely not right because it says that I'm 52.9% European and that I'm 44.7% Sub-Saharan African and then I'm 2.2% Arctic, 0.1% East Asian, and 0.1% Middle Eastern and North African. Like
Arctic?
Where's Jamaica on here?
What? Well,
okay, sorry. For one,
wait, but
you're joking, right?
Came from Africa.
Yeah.
What am I joking about?
The Jamaican part. Yeah.
No, I'm more joking about like the fact that like it's not a 50-50 here. That like.
Yeah, it's not because more than likely dad's not 100% black.
Black, yeah.
More than likely.
You think he has white in him?
Yeah.
Yes. Does dad look black to you? You've seen darker people in him.
Dad, oh my gosh! If this is like
he knows
if you're watching this,
he's mentioned
sorry to be the one to let you know.
You identify as white every time you get pulled over. Just be like, "I'm white, bro."
Yo, that's wild. And they'll be like,
"I'm gonna start doing it. I'm white, bro. I'm with you."
I know it's dark outside, but shoot, you can still see me. Cancelled before a year even hits, bro. We're done for. Officer goes, sir, I can only see your teeth. Where's the rest of it?
Anyhow, I just needed to show you my Ashkenazi Jewishness.
Oh my
is
gosh.
0.7.
We're not Jewish.
It's not real.
So
we're not Jewish.
It's not real. Jewish. It's not real, Jatter.
This is my map of the world.
We're not Jewish. We're not.
Talk about being a melting pot.
0.7%
It's
Jewish.
not real.
do we need to bring Mom in here right now? Like, goodness.
Also, I'm Arctic adaptive.
Okay, can we go back to that? What in the world is Arctic? Can someone? Where are these people from? If they're Arctic, Antarctica.
No.
Give me 2 seconds here. So the Arctic is for Indian. This so the blue on the map, that's Arctic.
Is that freaking Canada?
No, I don't think so.
That looks like high
looks like
Canada.
Canada.
High Canada. I don't even know where my finger is. Yeah, that's high Canada.
Yo, that ain't real either, judging.
And then
Canadian, eh?
Alaskan.
Are we French then too?
I didn't even know they could DNA because Canadians are all
France.
immigrants.
France.
That makes no sense, but okay. Well, now that we've covered Jazrin's entire DNA testing.
Yeah.
You know who I am.
Sort of.
It's very much an extroverted thing of me.
To want to talk about yourself for 50 minutes?
Yeah, seriously, we talked about you this entire time.
I know, this was very chill. I was intrigued the entire time.
When the only way you can keep her engaged is to talk about herself.
Sad, but yes, it's true.
You know,
at least I'm humble enough. Yes.
Were you about to say humble? I don't know if that's humble.
Yeah, I am humble, bro.
Self-aware, not humble.
Yeah. That's like mildly self-aware. Very mildly.
Ah, kids. So funny. So funny. But, oh, I already told you guys. Never mind. So for all of the listeners out there, my dog, Scooter, who is 100% Doberman, also potentially has the genes for a clotting disorder where he can't clot that well.
But you haven't seen any issues with it, so it means
I have actually.
nothing.
He is just this sweet baby boy who loves running around and like jumping on things and maybe possibly causing himself to be in situations where he could get hurt and bleed. And I just don't bleed to death on me, little man. So
he's not little.
He's only like 75 pounds. That's just baby.
That's like the second biggest dog. Athena's the only dog bigger than her.
Not in the world.
No,
but of the dogs that we have. Of the cumulative.
I would consider a dog like over 50 pounds to be large.
See, that's not me. If it's like 50 pounds, that's like a smaller dog.
About you.
Sorry.
We're not talking about
We're
you.
saying
You're
most people.
Wait, honestly, sometimes I look at Athena and I'm like, you're only 120 pounds. Like,
then go freaking get yourself one of those
Great
big
Dane.
fluffy dogs.
Yes.
Great Danes aren't that heavy though.
No, they're just really tall.
Just tall.
Mastiffs are actually one of the heaviest dogs.
Yeah, because they're dense.
Yeah,
they are. They're so dense.
No, I remember when we got Athena when she was,
and I'm like, whoa.
She
was
was
like 20
heavy,
pounds
bro.
and like this small.
Yeah.
I'm like,
she was
how do
smaller
you
than
fit all
Shiloh
that in you?
Chunkier than him.
They're dense. Muscle mass be nasty, bro.
Like, yeah.
Bless you.
Like if she were to like go in the water, she'd sink. She would not float. That's how dense she is.
I might argue with that one, but not today.
Here comes Athena to.
So, as we've talked about, Jazrin.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
You know what?
Go ahead.
What have we talked? No, what have we talked about?
Jazrin.
Oh, we've talked. Yes. We
Hi.
have.
Talked about a lot of Jazrin. So, would you like to share, Sully, about your week?
Oh, that's right. That's it. That is how we started, huh? Longest intro of our life. Sorry, Soy, how was your week?
Yeah, because it's gonna be the intro and the outro, bro. At this point, like,
I don't know what y'all mean. This is gonna be like a 3-hour podcast episode.
ain't nobody got time for that.
Y'all have time for Endgame.
And I didn't want to.
Take that back.
No,
What do you mean?
I don't take that back. I'm sorry. I don't care what movie it is. I don't
Tap
care how
out.
good it is.
Cancel this. Cancel this. She needs to be blocked. Cancel her.
Can you
Cancel
shut
her.
up and let somebody else talk
She's
for
been
1
keeping
second?
You love Marvel.
That's not my point. My point is nobody wants to sit glued to a movie theater for 3 hours.
Yeah, it was.
I would have much preferred to have watched it at home or something, where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, pause, go do something for a little bit, come back and finish it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there were some dead spots in that movie. Don't even play with me. Ain't no movie gotta be 3 hours long. They could have made it another movie. They could have had 3 2-hour movies rather than 2 3-hour movies.
Yeah.
Don't play with me.
Don't play with me now.
We were real Marvel fans sitting and watching in chronological order all those Marvel movies up until Endgame.
Order. Yes.
That's
and it was good. And here's my thing though, is I'm low-key upset because now it's just bad.
Yeah, low-key upset.
Okay, the whole universe.
Guys, I'm on this. I'm really on this.
No, guys, we're hitting an hour. This can turn into another ep. I need us to reel it back in. I know you're excited. I'm gonna just need you to push it back down.
You really got to talk about yourself for a whole hour, and now we can't talk for 2 minutes.
Sully, let's hear about your week.
Bro, what? Not much has happened, you know? I just be school, I be work, I be chill.
Okay, cool. So, for Marvel, this is my theory, guys. And I'm dead serious about this. Okay. They come off Endgame. They got nothing right now to produce that's going to be equal to or better than Endgame. People are on that high of Endgame, right? No, put your hand down. Anyway.
Spider-Man,
but there were good ones. Spider-Man.
No.
And that other one, the Asian one.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
That came out after Endgame, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, no.
That was
but
good.
You're not listening. It was good, but it wasn't Endgame. It wasn't Avengers level good, right? I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was great. Movie. I really enjoyed it.
Those.
Okay, listen.
Yep.
Listen.
Black Widow. Love me some Black Widow.
They started to just throw things out that they're like, let's just throw things out. We don't care what it is right this moment. That's why we got things like Eternals.
Okay. You know what? Okay, here's the thing.
Especially
with Eternals, it wasn't that they're just throwing things out.
She's creating a conspiracy theory. Can you let her finish her conspiracy theory? Thank you.
Marvel's creating a gap. They're creating a gap from Endgame. And when did Endgame come out?
2019. Oh.
19?
So,
I don't know, bro. Let's look.
My theory is...
No, it was before COVID. You're right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
They're giving a 5 to 10 year gap to space out, distance yourself, and also lower your expectations of Marvel movies.
Let's freaking go! Real fan. Just kidding.
They were lowering your because Endgame, your expectation of Marvel at that point, you're like, yo, I want to keep getting these. I want to keep getting. They gotta drop it down. They're like, hold on, because they have to build up a whole new storyline now. You lost a whole bunch of characters. The story kind of over for them, for the ones who live.
Yeah, like you hit that climax, you need to like fall back down.
Yeah, they're creating a gap. They're kind of lowering your expectations for at least
lowering your expectations. Okay, here's my thing, and it's always because everyone references Eternals, which is totally valid, but they effed that up. You know why? Because they chose a director who had never directed action movies. They had only done documentaries.
Do you think Marvel, who's produced how many movies, is stupid enough to know that, to not realize that would be the outcome of a movie like that if they decided to hire someone like that?
I don't know. I mean, like,
or do you think it was
anyways? Continue on.
Anyways, they had to create a gap. Even with Spider-Verse movies, those were good, right?
Mhm.
But where's the third one? Okay.
We all know what happened to the third one.
But I'm dead set that this is intentional. Like that second one was starting to get to Endgame level, and they're like, hold on. We're moving too fast. Okay?
Okay, but here's my other thing though is like I feel like they still are sprinkling in things that are still good. They're like very good.
Yes,
They're like
because
first
they have to
Avenger
keep their
level
audience.
good. Yes,
They have to
you
keep
gotta
their
keep
audience
them every
somewhat. If they just throw out trash, people are gonna leave Marvel. They're like, I ain't gonna ever come see another Marvel movie. They need to sprinkle in like, here's a good one here. That's where you go Shang-Chi, right? You get your Spider-Verse movies. They have to sprinkle in things to keep the audience somewhat captivated. So they're like, okay, I'll go see the movie and hope that it's one of those good ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts.
Okay. True. But they're building up to, I think it's 2027 that new Marvel movies are coming out.
There's
like,
another Avengers movie coming out like this year, next year.
It's not this year. It might be next year. So maybe it's 2026 I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But they have an Avengers movie coming out. They have I forgot what the one movie is, but Black Widow, how that group, remember the group that was there, the Russian guy who's also in Stranger Things. Huh? The actor.
The thing is though, it's like, okay, here's the thing though. Is like they're building up towards like, so like, you know, they started building a whole new Avengers team right after Endgame.
Yes.
The thing is though, there's like almost like an alter, like the anti-Avengers that is also getting built, which we saw like in glimpses of like the new Captain America. I haven't seen the movie, but like in the TV show, and then like in after like at the end in like the end of the Black Widow movie and like stuff like that, and even in Hawkeye, like we saw it there. Like they're like putting together glimpses of things where there's like this whole other like group forming.
That's my point. That's my point.
Okay, but here's my
the
point.
Groups are coming to fruition. Give it another year or two, and Marvel's gonna start pulling out the bangers again.
They didn't have to splat off a cliff, bro.
They didn't. They really
like
didn't.
They didn't have to jump off a freaking like.
Okay,
so bro. Like
no,
they didn't have to do that. They could have descended. They could.
Now, I'm going to be honest, though. I'm going to be honest. Could it have also just been the actors in the movies? Because, like, all the actors in, like, most of the movies that came after Endgame were newer, not as, like, popular. Okay, I should say that. I shouldn't say that.
I was like, hold on. Eternals was, like, filled with
it was this good stacked cast.
Even
but do you think those people came in because like they hadn't been in any Marvel movies, they hadn't been in anything like that, and they had like this mentality that like Marvel's so great, everything we do is like boom, you know, and like they kind of like had that
doesn't matter though.
Acting in it, and it just made it feel cheesy.
But I personally don't think that matters because, I mean, even the original Marvel movies, all those people were new to action Marvel movie type films, right? You have to start somewhere, which is fine. It's fine. And okay, so I use the example of Eternals for a bad movie, but you can even pull out like Doctor Strange. That's movie with Wanda. Trash.
Okay.
That bombed.
The only reason
that bombed so hard.
It wasn't even about him. The like whole movie was her.
That's why it bombed,
it was
bro.
not a Doctor Strange movie at all.
And then on top of that, it felt like it should have just been a conclusion episode in WandaVision. Like it wasn't a movie worthy movie.
There was not enough for a movie. I'm trying to think of if there was like anything we actually got out of that.
No, we didn't, because essentially it leaves us. Well, I won't say anything. Well, if you haven't seen it by now, you deserve the spoiler. It essentially leaves you with Wanda dead, right? They want you to think she's dead. Okay, I don't think she's dead, but whatever, right? But like, you really got nothing at the end Because what was the purpose
like,
of it?
I mean, like,
That
that's the
should have
whole-
just happened at the end of WandaVision to me.
It should have. I agree, but I also get like why they had to do the whole like movie with it aspect, because like they have to tie Wanda and Doctor Strange together, because like the
They
magical
don't.
world
They already
kind
did
of
that
missing.
in Avengers.
They did, but I
they
think
already
they
brought
are
Wanda
trying to
into that.
elaborate on it. Okay, although I will say this, the one thing we did get from this was the start of the inclusion of other like universes, like with Fantastic Four.
But
And
that
stuff like
happened in
'cause they're
WandaVision.
remaking it. It didn't happen
But that happened in WandaVision.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Yes, it did,
happened
because her
in-
brother shows up in WandaVision,
Okay,
and that
yes.
character is the character
But
from
they brought in
X-Men.
more, is what I'm saying. But yes, I get what you're saying.
Sure, but we already knew that was.
But it wasn't
together.
necessary.
Like,
it wasn't
the
worthy of a whole movie.
Wasn't needed.
No, it was
to have
not.
that
I
happen.
agree. I agree. It definitely could have
Under,
just been like
but
an
like,
hour-long episode.
I want more of the what if.
I love
Oh
What If.
yes, What If was
2
good.
seasons, and it was so good.
Like,
it was very good, and at first it feels like it just a bunch of different random episodes, but they
Really tied
that
together.
that episode that tied everything together, I was like, whoa. Like
you kind of knew stuff was
that's
going
where
to tie
I feel like
together 'cause,
Marvel
the
has potential to
narrator.
go forward.
But yes.
Marvel, and they're pulling that into other movies now. They used it in Spider-Man, they used it in Spider-Verse movie, and hopefully they'll start pulling that into other. I mean, they even hint. I mean, Avengers Endgame essentially was that as well. Them going to different timelines, essentially, right? I feel like that's where Marvel. If Marvel doesn't go in that direction, I'm gonna be pissed, bro, because I feel like they've set up to have it done really well. And when this Spider-Verse movie comes out, I'm gonna bet your booties I'm gonna be there right away, because I don't remember very many movies, but the second Spider-Verse movie, that cliffhanger, it was good. You saw it, right, Sully?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was good.
It was like probably one of the best I've ever seen in my entire life in a movie. Like, they just end the movie and you're like, whoa,
What?
Like, ain't no way you're about to end the movie there.
It like really
You
did not
can't
feel
end
like
there.
that's where they were. Like, it felt like they paused it mid-sentence.
Yes. Which
And
is
you're
perfect.
like, wait, huh?
I know people hate
And I will
cliffhangers
agree.
like
Yes, if
that.
you're gonna leave something
I
like cliffhanger,
love
that's the way to
them.
do that.
I
the way to do
love
that.
them, because that's what makes you want to go back to see the next movie.
Yes.
Or even in books, like when you end on a cliffhanger like that, you're like, where's the next
about to
one
say,
right now?
like,
Put
I
it in
love
my
books that
lap.
do
I
that.
need
But
it.
that's my other thing.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're gonna do that to people, you need to like have the next one lined up.
But
Like, y'all can't be stingy.
I personally don't
I
think
think-
so.
Well, I just think like knowing when it will come out would provide some relief.
And
you
it
know?
was supposed to come out this year, and it got delayed because of the
you can't do that. That's
artists
rude.
going on strike.
Yeah,
Well,
that's rude.
the artists should get paid appropriately.
Well, yes, correct. Because
So
they have
it's
the money
Marvel's
for it.
fault, in my opinion. Yeah, like they should just
It's
pay
not
them
Marvel's fault.
appropriately.
It's Disney's fault.
Tomato, tomato,
Not really, though.
potato, potato.
Anyways, but even still, I feel like that movie was so impressionable that it's not going to be an issue when it comes out a couple years later than they thought it was going to. I think it's supposed to come out.
I mean, like, the beauty of the
next
thing
year
is,
or the
though,
year
is it's
after.
just that, like, yeah, they're just gonna, like, it's just gonna drag people more into, like, wanting to rewatch the other movies. And
But
then
can
like,
we
they'll
just like talk about how adult animated things are coming back?
I know.
I love.
Because it's
makes me
like
so
people wanted
happy.
to hate on anime, but now anime is becoming like a really big thing, and people always hated
Mm-hmm.
on like adult animation, but now it's becoming a really big thing.
Mhm.
There's a new show on Netflix. It's called Devil May Cry. Okay, and it's an adult animation because it's not anime. Okay, I went into it thinking it was going to be in Japanese, and when they started speaking English, I was like,
What is this language?
bro, I was
From me.
literally, I done went to that settings button
God.
so quick, bro. I was like, ain't no way this is right. But then I like watched it for a couple more
Why
seconds.
would
and I was
Netflix
like,
change my default?
no, literally, this literally was going through my head. I'm like, ain't no way. What happened? And then I was like, wait, No, their lips are synced up with the English. Never mind, it's supposed to be in English.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only 8 episodes. They're each like 30 minutes or so.
Oh.
There's gonna be
I'll be
another
watching
season.
Dang.
Bet.
Okay. Maybe I'll wait for
Bet.
the second
It's
season.
good. And the
Okay,
fight scenes
since
go
we're
so
giving a
hard,
shout out
bro.
to a show, I'm gonna give a shout out to Severance on Apple TV.
I've
I
heard
need
of
to
it.
watch this.
So good.
I need to
So
watch
good.
this. I've heard it's
So
really good.
It's really
And
good.
I know me and Judge and I talked about it,
2
but yeah,
seasons.
I've heard about from other
2
people. It's
seasons.
really good, solely.
They're each
Yeah, I
like
have
they're
to.
longer episodes, and I think they're like each 10 episodes long or something. But
That's a
it's
turn
good.
off.
It's so good.
You know what I was just thinking? I know I haven't seen it, but the concept of what's been described to me gives like Black Mirror.
Yes. Oh, it totally does.
Okay.
It totally does. Yeah.
Do you have
It's
a
just
shout
kind
out
of like
to Ian?
a Black
Do I
Mirror
have a shout out?
episode,
Ooh. Solo Leveling, I guess. I started season 2, and I know I've read it, so I'm not going to
Season
spoil
2's finished, by the way, so you can go watch it solely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's done now.
It's done now.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I won't even say anything. I know I've read it, but bro, watching it,
Come to life.
so good.
That might be what I go watch.
Guys,
then.
I need you to watch it so that I can just be like, I need to tell you, I need to talk to you about this one scene, because this one scene had me like so dead.
Bro,
I
like
just-
all the scenes have me dead. What
I
do you mean?
know, but it's just one
Yeah.
scene. You're gonna know it as soon as you see it, and you're gonna be like, oh, that's what she was talking about. I'm like,
I don't know if
I
Yeah.
really don't think I
Hands
will,
up,
Jajude.
no, you will.
don't-
I promise you, you will. I promise you, you will.
Okay, because I
promise.
feel that way
Watch
pretty
the
much
whole
every time I'm
season,
watching.
and then text me, be like, "Oh my gosh, this is what you're talking about."
You know,
I'm
what? I
like,
think I know what you're talking about because I think I've seen people talking about it on social media.
oh, okay.
But
I love
yeah,
social media.
did you guys hear about how the English voice actor, like got threatened?
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Well, yeah, for the one line where the dude's like, "Arise," you know,
Yeah.
people were like, "You better say it right," or I'm like,
Oh,
It's
yeah.
for
I think he was
dance.
like joking. There's a video of
and he
him
said
like
he's gonna change it to
making-
wakey wakey.
Yeah, it's totally fake. It's totally
It's
fake.
fake
Because he's
because
like
he genuinely did record these lines though.
he did, but
So
it's not in the. But like, there's a clip of him where he's like erect and wiki wiki or whatever. It's just like he's goofing around because
so
people
funny.
were threatening
funny.
him.
Yeah.
Like, you better say it because like they're
Keep him on edge.
Dude, he says
honestly,
it, bro,
I don't
like-
watch in English, obviously, right? But I think the voice acting for English for specifically Jinwoo, they did pretty well because I watched some of his clips and like, bro, I was like,
Yeah, and did you know that people were surprised that it's the same person from like his like beginning self to like his now self because of how much his voice deepens?
his voice, yeah.
Oh,
They're like,
wow.
did
That's
you have
the
to hire a
craziest
separate
thing about
voice
voice
actor?
actor.
And it was like,
Yeah.
no,
Crazy.
like that's crazy.
Yeah,
They can be chameleons.
they can. So cool.
Okay, kids.
All
What
righty,
was that? An hour 20.
that was fun.
Oh, for sure.
Have a great weekend.
And then a
Enjoy
great
the
week,
weather.
and then you'll see us again, and you'll be happy again.
Yeah,
Mm.
you don't have to wait too much longer.
Mm-mm.
What? A week?
Just
That's
see
a
us
long
again.
time.
That is a
Maybe
long
a long
time, I
time.
guess.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
kids.
We're sorry.
Maybe if we were
Just
sponsors, we would
rewatch
do it
the
more.
episode.
You can rewatch, or you can split it up over chunks of time, you know? Like once we
That's
transition into a little new topic, you know?
Yeah.
You can stop when we were talking about Jazrin, and then you're gonna like, I needed 5 days before I like revisit this thing. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
A little taste of us every day.
Yeah.
And a
Well,
big taste of me today.
okay.
You know,
With
she
that,
got to know
On
me.
that note,
Yeah.
peace out.
goodbye.
Thanks for tuning in. See you all next week.
Peace out.